Welcome to Brown Struggle in Canada, and today you're coming with us to see the beautiful fall colors of Ontario. We are taking you to a place called Cheltenham Badlands.
The Badlands are a rock formation that formed 450 million years ago at the base of an ancient sea. It is a beautiful drive 1 hour away from Toronto. Do remember to make a reservation beforehand because it can be really busy to visit. You can get your parking pass from the ticket counter right before the trail.
The main way to access the landmark is through the trail, which unfortunately was not open that day due to the weather. So we had to walk through the main road. It was actually nice to see that they also have made this way accessible in case if someone needs it. So the tickets were approximately $25 and they usually include both access to the trail and the access to the Cheltenham Badlands landmark. But unfortunately, due to the weather, it was not open today. So they gave us access to another trail which was not too far from here. So stay tuned, we're going to show you that later in the video.
It was a 5-minute walk to the platforms to see the Badlands. There was a map right before it to give you a little bit history of the Badlands and to show you some arrangement.
The boardwalk was also accessible. There were signs posted everywhere for COVID restrictions too. Everyone was advised to follow the social distancing.
There were also some educational signs that gave you a rundown about the history of the Badlands and their place in this landscape.
And as you walk all the way down, this is the first view that you get from the far corner of the deck, and it was absolutely gorgeous. While walking on the deck, you see the formation from different angles and also can take pictures in the fall scenery.
With the ridges of Cheltenham Badlands, you'd be amazed to know that if you view this badland on the boardwalk from different positions, it actually appears quite different. Please do be aware that there is a time restriction of how much time you can spend on the boardwalk because the overall trail time is roughly an hour. So do remember that if you are there, you might have to be faster depending on if you're going through the trail. Also, the actual Badlands are off limits, so you are not able to actually stand on the rock formations. So please be aware that they can only be photographed through the boardwalk.
After taking a bunch of pictures, admiring the beautiful fall colors and soaking up the sun, it was now time to head back to the parking. And this time we were actually excited to go back because we were going to explore this new trail which was a 10-minute drive from here. So we started our drive.
The drive to this area, which is called the Terracotta Conservation Park, was absolutely stunning. That's why we're just playing a quick time lapse for you guys here so that you're able to see what we're talking about. In total, it was a 10-minute drive, so not too long. As soon as we arrived here, we showed our parking pass from the Cheltenham Badlands and they gave us the map and we were ready to get started. We went straight to the parking. The parking was free for us here, so we parked our car and we decided to go first and check out the map right in the parking area.
We were surprised to see all the trails and the activities that were available here. Since we wanted to see the fall colors mostly, we decided to take a short trail.
We decided to first go towards the wetland trail. Now the way here had beautiful amber and red leaves mixed in with those green leaves. We couldn't really believe we were still in Ontario. There were some benches available here to do some picnicking with your family. And also look at this amazing wood carved sign for the conservation area. I absolutely love this. Going forward, looking at this muddy trail, you could already tell that you were going towards the wetland area. So I would suggest you wear your old shoes here. God, this is so beautiful. You have to see it, guys. You have to see it to actually believe it. So I'm gonna show it to you. There was also information listed about the ecosystem here. You get to know about the different animals that are part of the wetland ecosystem at Terracotta. The wetland trail is almost 400 meters long and it led us to the wetland marsh. And after seeing the marsh, reading about some details about the ecosystem, it looped us back to the entrance of the trail.
As you can see through the history, there were several activities available here. There was also a party going on in the shed right next to us. So if you want to plan an event or a gathering, you can also do that here. The way out through this trail was our favorite. It took us through the mature forest and the colors here were the brightest.
Being here was like being in one of those beautiful wallpapers that you never thought existed in real. It was a surreal experience watching the leaves fall right in front of you. Once again, there were seating areas where you could sit with your family, have a nice picnic under this beautiful canopy of leaves.
This was unbelievably beautiful, and being here made us realize that it was worth coming all the way up here, and we wish that we knew that this place existed before this. This is going to be our go-to place from now on in every fall season.
The second trail we decided to do was the Terracotta Lane. It is a 2.2 kilometer looping trail that runs along the Wolf Lake. As we proceeded further, we came across this event space, and I've checked it on their websites. You are also able to book events for your special events like weddings, engagements right here, and do it under the beautiful leaf canopy and the beautiful fall colors. Moving forward, we reached a lookout point for the Wolf Trail. This was what we intended to see, so we decided not to go further on and return to the parking to head back home.
Overall, it was an amazing experience, and we highly recommend you go see the Terracotta Conservation area too if you are going to see the Cheltenham Badlands. And we also want to include the most gorgeous and the brightest rainbow we saw on our way back. And thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, as we'll be posting a lot more exciting videos.